I am also snacking on Thanksgiving leftovers. So pardon me if you hear munching sounds.
Extremely, very extraordinarily special episode of whatever the show's called, where I rank food items from 1 to 10. I've traveled all the way to Japan to rank all the sushi at a sushi conveyor belt restaurant. I'm going to order, maybe not every single piece of sushi, because there's a lot, but a whole bunch of sushi. I'm going to rank it from 1 to 10. I'm going to eat too much right now. I'm about to eat way too much. Let's get started.
This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. They've supported this channel for over 7 years. In fact, they were my first ever sponsor. Squarespace is the perfect platform to create your own site and accomplish your goals online. Whether you're building a digital empire or just want people to give you hilarious episode ideas, Squarespace has you covered. I'm having a lot of fun making food ranking videos, and my favorite part is seeing what you guys suggest. So I built a site where you can submit your episode ideas. Go to rankedwithbabish.com and submit yours, and coming soon, you can see all my ranked lists. Squarespace's brand new designer templates make it so easy to set up exactly what you
Babish
need.
episode,
To create
so if
one
you
of
guys
your
do
own,
not have a
head to
snack, you may want to get a
squarespace.com
snack.
for a free trial and use code Babish for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
That was fast. Holy just to set the mood, just to get myself in the mood. I need to be put in the mood. The order will arrive in the express lane. Now, Brad, if I understand correctly, if I just sit like this, it's going to be sent directly into my mouth. Oh my God, that was fast. Holy shnikes. Okay, this is the red sea bream. That's what we're starting off with. And I'm just going to raw dog it. I think I'm going to go no soy sauce. I cannot believe how fast
Raw
that came
dog
out.
it.
We're going to shoot this episode in
Babish.
20 minutes. And give me a moment. The sea bream is chewy, which I'm sure that's on purpose, but it's pretty chewy. It took me a while to work my way through that. The sushi rice is nice and lightly warm, which is a delight. It's why I love sugarfish so much, because it's nice. It's nice to have warm rice. The fish just becomes more tender. Really clean, fresh, sweet flavor. Texture's not awesome, but like pretty great sushi experience. I'm gonna give this a 7. I liked it. All right, so now we have the hybrid yellowtail. I don't know what the difference is between yellowtail and hybrid yellowtail, but here we are. We're talking about it. Little hints of the ocean, but just like super mellow. Very, very tender. Almost a sour note to it. That's really good. Already 2 pieces, and this is better than the vast majority of sushi that I've had in New York
That's not what I
City.
meant to happen.
Like, this tastes so fresh and so
What's
ready
happening?
to
There it
rock.
goes.
And
Oh.
so am I. I have rating.
There we go.
I
Sorry.
don't know what hybrid is. I don't know what that is doing, but
I don't know why
it's
it did
doing it
that.
for me. So I'm gonna give this a 8. This was an improvement. So what we have here is both seared and raw salmon. And I guess I have to eat both, don't I? No, come on. I've had salmon sushi a billion times, but I haven't had it in Japan. No, sir.
That's right.
No, I haven't.
You
No,
have
I
not,
haven't, Steve.
Babish.
Why does it have a lemon on it? The lemon. I'll start with raw. I'm gonna raw dog this raw.
I don't like his raw dogging comments for some
I'm
reason.
accustomed to salmon having a little bit of sweetness to it, but that was so clean. It was almost flavorless. I don't know if that's the intention. Again, I'm new here, but that was wild. I'm not used to salmon having that little flavor to it. It was a great flavor, but it was barely there. I think I'll be giving that a fellow 8. I really enjoyed that, but well, actually, no, I was disappointed by it. I like salmon to have a pronounced salmon flavor and that kind of sweetness to it. I'm gonna give that a 7. 7 for the raw salmon. Now for the cooked. Great sear, tender, a little fatty maybe, and it has a way more pronounced flavor just from cooking it. Who knew? They should just cook all
Mr.
sushi.
Husband and I
Tastes better.
have been watching
I'm kidding.
all of the
It was a joke. The best
Babish,
seared
like,
salmon sushi
Japan
I've ever
videos?
had, probably. I
But
don't know.
as I've
most
told
of the
you
time
guys
when I'm
before,
sushi, I've had some sake. Speaking of
Mr.
which,
Husband does not like seafood, so he was like, I will not watch this one. I will not
that
watch
was
it.
quite good. I want to leave room for improvement, but I can't
I was
imagine.
like, oh, I'll
I
just
love
watch it on a
salmon
handbrake
sushi so
then.
much, and that was some of the better I've ever had. I'm giving it a 9. It was great. It's fantastic. So this is Chutoro tuna, raw and seared with lemon. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the hugest tuna sushi fan. I like it and I'll eat it, but it's not what I usually go for. It's got a much more fishy flavor. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to fare. You can see the lemon cooked it a little bit. You see that?
I keep thinking something's going on with my computer with the like ding 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 in the
There's
background.
ceviche action. Ceviche in Japan? Now I've seen everything. I liked it. I mean, definitely tastes like tuna, but a really clean, very oceanic flavor. Tastes like the ocean. So I'll give it a 7. I liked it. I'm very curious to see how the seared version fares. It's okay. I preferred the raw. I did. It tasted less oceanic, less fresh, obviously, because it's cooked, but like, I don't know, the experience wasn't as... Was she just saying thank you very much? That announcement just said thank you very much. You're welcome. It tasted tartar for some reason. Maybe the lemon had more exposure to it, but it tasted like more sour and less of that fresh sort of ocean flavor. So yeah, no, didn't like that as much. I'm gonna give it a 6. Preferred the raw. This is ocha, or as you Americans might call it, green tea, matcha. I don't know, I have no idea how much I'm supposed to add. So I'm gonna add that much. Wow, it mixes it up for you and everything. How about that? Come on. All right, Samurai Gourmet.
Why?
All right, so this is fried salmon belly. I'm stoked for this. I love salmon belly, I love fried things. Let's see what happens when I put it in my mouth.
Happy Babish, that's what will happen. Yeah, see? I knew.
These scallions are particularly
I
potent.
knew.
So nice and fatty, really rich salmon
I've also
flavor.
had my snack
And
now.
those
Yay.
scallions just make it happen. That's fantastic. That's a 10. Love it. No notes. This is the sori. It looks like it's a smaller, oilier fish, which generally I'm not the hugest fan of, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna load it up. Skin on too, so this is probably gonna be pretty funky. Surprisingly, like clean flavor considering how intense of a fish it seems to be. I like it. It surprised me in a good way. Still not my super favorite, but quite good. 7. Salmon basil camembert. What? Because apparently this is, I don't know what to call this. Honestly, I have no cultural
Excuse me. Ooh.
sort of jokes to make because it's f***ing insane. I'm very curious to see how camembert and basil work with salmon. Here goes nothing. That is bizarre. It's good. The salmon is so mild. I don't even taste it. Really just tasting camembert and basil, and the salmon is there really as a gesture, I think. But that's a really good camembert. It's like not too funky. It's not too like harsh, and the basil's really mild. It's delicious, but in a distinctly Italian way, not at all what I feel like I should be experiencing right now. But I love it, so I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's delicious. All right, so next up we have sweet shrimp, ebi shrimp, one of my favorites. These are tail on, and I don't think I'm supposed to eat the tail, so I'm gonna go ahead and, really nice. Very mild shrimp flavor, good and sweet. None of that iodine kind of like offness that you get with shrimp. Really good. Good, clean shrimp. So let's go and get you an 8. I like it. Next, this is flounder fin with shiso leaf. You heard it here first, folks. Flounders, as it turns out, have fins. I don't remember the last time I had flounder sushi. I remember I liked it, but I also am a shiso freak. I love shiso leaf, so this is gonna be up my alley. Flounder has a really bouncy texture that works really well with the shiso leaf. I don't know why, but it does. Because I guess the shiso gives a little bit of crunch, so it's kind of interplay in your mouth. I love interplay in my mouth. Love it. Anytime anything's
freezing.
playing there, I'm like, you kids go crazy in the playground. My mouth. It's very good. I might just be shiso biased, but I'm gonna give this 8. Love it. This is horse mackerel. Horsely mackerel is horse mackerel. The Japanese don't understand my sense of humor. Nor the American. Nobody does.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody
horse
does.
mackerel.
But
It's a big
that's
old
fine.
honking piece with some grated ginger and some scallion.
I do not know that phone
This
number.
I liked. It's like a better
So guess
version
what
of
that
the
means?
story.
No answer for me.
In that it's a little fishy, a little oily, but it's tenderer, and same ginger scallion combo going on here. Really nice. I'm gonna give it a 7. I liked it. So this is broiled salmon with cheese. What kind of cheese? Don't worry about it. Stop asking so many
kind of
questions.
cheese?
It's
Don't worry
Japan.
about it.
Come
Don't
on,
worry
Jake.
about it.
It's Japantown. It's a sequel to Chinatown's. So it looks like maybe mozzarella, and there's mayo on top. That's definitely mayo. They broiled the mayo, but it looks like maybe mozz on top. I don't know. Let's find out. Here goes this. Cheese is rubbery and hot mayo, never a good thing. It's still not terrible, but it's not good either. So I think that gets you a 5. Next up, we have one of my very favorite things to find on a sushi menu is uni. But this is pickled uni, which I have certainly never had. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. Seaweed's nice and still pretty fresh, even though it's been sitting here for a second. It's good and crisp. Pickling does very nice things for uni. It doesn't rob it of its buttery richness and just adds this other dimension to it. I don't know what to call it other than, well, pickly. But the texture is
Pickly.
exactly the same.
Pickly, yeah.
Flavor's the same, just
I mean,
augmented
for pickled
and
uni,
added
I
to.
guess that
Really
makes
great.
sense.
And I already love uni, so that's going to be a 9.
First class sushi?
Let me make the jokes, Brad. Okay, this is not a sushi I'm familiar with. It's a potato sort of sushi that's been cooked, deep fried actually, and cut into these sticks of some kind. Oh man, super crisp on the outside, really fluffy. Not a hint of fishy flavor. Not a hint. French fries. What am I, monster? 10.
On sushi, though? What is this? Why am I getting ads?
All right, so next up we
Why am I
have
getting ads on
tempura
this?
pumpkin. It's pretty normal. I don't know.
Pumpkin tempura,
And
yes.
it's delicious. It's tempura. It's deep fried. It's pumpkin. the crust on this is fantastic,
I
but
love
it
the
needs
person in the
seasoning or a
background being like,
sauce
"I
or
love
something on
that."
its own. 7. With something else, it would be much higher. We have some karaage, some fried chicken. Dark meat, nice, good crunch, good seasoning. Distinctly Burger King-like seasoning. All the fried chicken we've got either tastes like McDonald's or like Burger King, and this one tastes like Burger King because they use a lot of black pepper. Yeah, I can see all of it. You can see all the black pepper in there. See that? It's a good juicy piece of chicken. It's not too fatty. 7. It's good. How could I hate this? It's juicy fried chicken. This is something called horse clam. Not horse, because they do have horse sushi at this restaurant. So all you horse girls don't get mad at me. That's what I'm calling all of you. Not just the horse girls, but all of you. You're being some horse girls right now, not letting me eat horse sushi. I don't want to eat horse sushi. I really don't. I don't want to eat it. So thank you for preemptively my knowing that you'd be mad at me. I've never seen a horse clam. I've never met one. I wouldn't know if I saw it. I wouldn't know if it bit me in the ass. If a horse clam jumped out of the ocean and said, hey, dumbass, give me
Hey,
that ass. I'm
dumbass.
gonna bite it. And I would say, what are you? What are you doing? What the hell are you? Okay. Horse clam. Fingers crossed. That tasted fine. The texture was regrettable. Horse clam, not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't think I've ever had a clam sushi before, so this is a first. The texture's not great. Flavor's okay. So I wouldn't have it again, so I'm going to give it a 4. Sorry, horse clam.
What is this?
This, Brad, is seared beef tongue sushi. So that's interesting.
There we go.
How's the old saying go? Over the lips,
Cuddle up with me.
through the tongue.
To grandmother's house we go.
To grandmother's house we go. All that for a bag of buttons.
Bag of buttons.
It's very weird to be chewing a tongue in your mouth. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing right now. Because it's only seared, it kind of has that like semi-raw roast beef flavor. Can't say I'm a huge fan of beef tongue sushi. Guess that makes me a true American. I'm gonna give it a 3. Lowest score of the day, beef tongue. All right, next up we have just some grilled eel.
I don't like tongue.
I'm an eel fan. I like it when it's grilled. So this should work out.
Eel is tasty.
We'll talk to you guys in a minute. I sure wish you could give food reviews with a full mouth. Well, it's not the kind of society we live in. It's grilled, but it's cold. It's bouncy. It's not as like tender as I want it to be. This was disappointing. I love eel sushi. I love grilled eel, but it was cold and the texture was off. Flavor's okay. More one of the fishier eels I've ever had. Not for me.
That's weird.
Give it a 5.
Oh, it's not.
So
sorry, it's not river eel. That's why.
100 eel sushi, and it's the biggest, gnarliest piece of sushi that I've gotten all day, and I saved it for last when I'm way too full and I really don't want to eat it. I might let myself have a little treat. Oops. That's like it's a slide, yeah. Oh, I really don't want to eat this whole thing. I'm gonna go for half of it. It's so big.
How could you like not
it's
want
delicious.
the whole thing?
That's really good, actually. That's fantastic eel. Really, really good. I hate its size. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's the size of my own tongue. It's the only thing that it doesn't have going for it. So I'm gonna give it an 8, I think, for that. That's really good. All right, folks.
Oh no.
Time to take a hard left turn out of Sushi Land and enter Dessertville.
Dessertville?
Next up we have some grilled dango with vanilla glaze. This sounds like it's gonna bang my mouth off.
Freezing.
The vanilla
Freezing,
tastes really
Babish.
fake. You're not supposed to eat this with chopsticks, I don't think. But I will endeavor to get over my American prejudices and eat this ice cream with these chopsticks. So the dango is a little
you're not stuck to
mushy.
my mayo.
It's not as like bouncy and springy as I would like it to be. Glaze tastes like really fake vanilla. The ice cream's the best part, so I think that gets you a 5. All right, next up, we have these bouncy little guys. Look at these bouncy little guys. Should I want me to bounce them for you? These are called Harando Warabi Mochi. Some kind of mochi.
Warabi mochi.
We're speaking the same language here. Oh, what is that flavor? Brown.
It's brown flavored.
I do think it's peanut, but it's delicious.
It is.
It's like Japanese.
It's either
Turkish
peanut
food.
or it's
Japanese delight.
kinako.
Japanese jiggler is better. I think it's peanut flavor. It's good. I like it. I don't know. It's good. Leave me alone. It's 7. It's a 7. I like it. These are Japanese sweet potatoes, fried and tossed in what looks to be some sort of sauce. Let's see what happens to them when I chew them and swallow them.
Yeah, that's right, Babish. Wow!
They're cold, but they're crunchy. They're deep fried yam. They're crunchy, but they're cold. That's unbelievable. And they're in like a sweet sesame or soy glaze or something with some black sesame seeds on them. They're fantastic. I love them. I want something like creamy with it. I want like ice cream with it. That's the only reason they're not getting a 10. I'll give them a 9. So this is a melon ice cream, and it's pretty firm. Feels like Italian ice. Looks like Italian ice, actually, the way it melts. That's distinctly how Italian ice melts, like it's bubbly when it melts. Yeah, exact texture of Italian ice, but with distinctly melon flavor. I want it to be acidic, but that might just be my Italian heritage speaking.
Yep.
You know, I'm over here in Japan, I'm eating this melon ice and it's not even sour. Listen, I went to Japan and I told them. That's delicious. tastes like I'm eating a honeydew melon. It's super sweet. I do wish I had a little acidity, but it's melon. Melon's not acidic, so why am I complaining? 9. Jesus. I just ate 27 different items here at the sushi conveyor belt restaurant. I'm a little sushi drunk, I apologize. But it was really, really fantastic. I cannot believe how many high scores were divvied out, even though I didn't have a hint of soy sauce with anything except for that one piece of eel. So this was really fantastic. This is just the start of our Japanese content, unless this is the second or third episode that we put out, in which case, still more to come. Unless this is the final episode, in which case, this has been a wild ride. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me know what you want to see us rank next. Let us know what country you want to see us go to, and if you'll pay us to go there. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Arigato gozaimasu.